Let's talk about careers. Let's talk. What do y'all want to do? I mean, anybody can just chime in. What do y'all want to do? And I'll show you how it relates to what I do.
Dental hygiene.
Hygiene? Okay, hygiene is one. Anything else?
Construction.
Construction?
That's a good one.
Okay, that's a good one. Anything else? What do you want? Nurse. Major. Okay, nursing,
Social worker
hygiene,
and military.
construct, military,
Social worker and military.
social work, military. Okay, let's get one more.
Architecture.
Architecture.
Architecture, that's a good one.
Okay. That's awesome. Okay, let's do this here. Let's start with hygiene. We'll start with hygiene since you were first. Hygiene for a film set. Let me show you how hygiene relates to a film set. First off, it got to be clean. I mean, so hygiene already is just that's part of hygiene is a part of film. You know, it's involved in the film set. Got to be clean. Another part of it also is related to nursing. Is on set there has to be a medic. A medic has to be on every set, or a professional set, I would say, or a set that's legit, where you're getting paid and you're getting titles and your credits and all that. Those sets have to have a nurse or someone that's there to, you know, for medics. It's mandatory, have to be. So your field, that interest of yours actually fit into what I do and what me and Shakis do on a day-to-day basis. It's mandatory. He has to hire you because he mainly do that. That's what he mainly do. He hired those people. He also hired me too for what I do. You know what I mean? So hygiene is a very important part. And let me show you how architecture fits into it. Would you believe that every set that was built, somebody drew it before it was built? Maybe your hand and your pen go right there. Just from drawing your ideas, from nothing to putting it on a piece of paper. And hundreds of thousands of dollars get traded off from just that transaction, just drawing. Now let me show you, Mr. Construction Man. Every set gotta be built now. He done drew it out of his brain. It gotta be built. Everyone. There is no set that was filmed, that you seen in a film, that the set wasn't built. So look how important them hammers and nails and that glue. It's that important, you know what I mean? And I mean, she said, you said military, back there in the back, okay. Security, let's say security. You know, let's just put you into security. Security has to be on every set that is taking place, you know. So I just wanted to learn what it is that you guys have interest in, you know, what your interests are before I begin to show you how, if you don't get out of the way of your own success, you can stay in the way of you getting to where you want to be in this life. Careers are built out of nothing. Like, a career can be built from somebody having a problem. An entire business, an entire entity, an entire industry can be built from somebody having a problem. And when you don't realize that you're a problem solver, like if everybody's took the time to sit and think about the odds that you beat, everyone that could have existed never will. It's because you beat the odds. You're sitting right there because you beat the odds of everyone that could have existed. That's how great everybody is at this moment. And until you realize that, you ain't going nowhere, you ain't gonna have no career. It ain't gonna happen. I'll sit and wait for you to explain to you, it ain't gonna happen then. Because you in the way of how great you are right now. Right now. You're the best thing that ever could have happened to life. And you know how disrespectful we can be to that? It's not walking into that greatness and sitting there second guessing why you woke up this morning, why you're sitting in the chairs right there. So, my ultimate goal with what I do and with my company is called Gripp Tight Productions. I named it Gripp Tight Productions because it's an acronym. And it stands for groove, rhythm, instrument, patterns, and phrases. And when you put all that together, It needs to be tight. That's why the company is called Gripp Tight. Therefore, that's what follows behind you, meaning your attitude is your product. And your ability is your service. And product and service is what runs the world. So I'm only asking y'all today to just find what it is, whether it's a product or a service. Find that out first, what it is that you want to do. You as an artist, the drawing is, the end result is the drawing is a product. You as a carpenter, the end result is a product. You as a hygienist, that end result is a service. The initial business is service, but your end result is a product. So what I'm saying is, if you decide to go do a product, your service must be A1, regardless of what your product is. Your service must be A1. If you're choosing to do a service, the end result is a product. The product must be A1. The two have to go together. Nobody want a great product with bad service. And nobody want bad service just because you got a great service, got a great product. So all I'm asking y'all to do is just slow it down. Slow it down. I'm pretty sure each one of y'all in here is half of my age. I'm 50, I'm still doing backflips. When I was sitting in that chair, I said I was going to do backflips when I turned 50. I made it. So I'm able to sit here and tell my story because that's what I do. That's what we do. That's what me and Shakise do. We tell stories. But we also help people tell their story. I'll do this right here.
That's what I was waiting on.
I'll go to this side here. Part of my story is this is a product of the service that I provide. They call this an Emmy. This is an Emmy Award. This is because this is an accolade for great film production work on many different levels.
Please passes at this time. We will move to our destination number 2. So please look at your boarding passes at this time and get ready to transition to destination number 2. Thank you.
Before you guys leave, please give these men a round of applause for everything they do.
Appreciate y'all. Get out of the way. Since we didn't get to rev it up, get out of your own way, all right? Now we go.
Art, act. Those are folks, that's the folks I'm interested in. All right, so for all the creatives that want to go into a creative industry, those are folks that I want to talk to. Right? Now, there's something I think I want to say before I get to like my career, because I like the idea of talking about my career. That's cool. But I think what's more important than talking about my career is that what's more important than talking about my career is that I'm from Columbia, South Carolina originally. And when I was a kid, I was taught, or at least I thought, that doing what you wanted to do for a living didn't really make sense. Everybody in my family, I come from a blue collar family. Everybody could drive trucks or they're an electrician. My mama worked in a hotel. My stepdad was a limo driver. So the idea that you could do what you want to do for a living didn't really make sense to me. It was all, you just need to get a job. So I want to talk a little bit about what I do, then I'm going to pass it over to Gripp so you can talk about what we do, and then I just want to talk to y'all about what y'all want to do. Ask us questions about careers and stuff, how to get there, okay? So just to keep it really brief, I'm from Columbia, South Carolina originally. My name is Sherrod Shakise Duval. I went to Hyde Park Elementary School, H.B. Rain Elementary, and then St. Andrews Middle School, Columbia High, and graduated from the University of South Carolina. Now this really seems all nice and neat, but I technically wasn't supposed to graduate high school because I didn't have enough days. The only reason I graduated because my grandmother was a janitor for the school district for 30 years and knew the principal at Columbia High because I didn't have enough days, and just asked him to let me walk. So I technically walked, I didn't graduate, okay? So I was not a super genius. I was just a really creative kid. Ever since I was a little kid, I was just super creative. There's a picture of me in elementary school, there's a picture of me in high school. Creativity was my thing. Whether that was gonna be music or TV and film, I wanted to be in that world. So those are the two worlds that I got into first. And again, it's not working. So my first world was in, oh, there you go. Oh, you doing it? Oh, okay. So my first world was the DJ world, is what I got into first. I started doing that in high school. Oh, thank you, thank you. So right here, you can see my first one was DJing in high school. But really what I wanted to do was film, which I didn't start doing full time until I got to college. Okay? So Shakisa Beast was my DJ name. You can see some of the pictures there, some of the people I worked with when I was DJing. And then I got into film. And so as a film and TV producer, I worked with everybody from Don Staley to Dan Marino to 50 Cent. I worked for VH1, ESPN, all that from Columbia High School. What I like to talk to y'all and ask more questions about is like how I got there, instead of me just giving you a lecture the whole time. Is that cool? Yeah. Gripp, you good?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. I'm gonna just leave it right here. You can do your thing, bro. I hate that time this time. Ooh, I'm early. I got 2 minutes to spare.
How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all feel? Good. All right. Oh, shit. Y'all want to talk career today? Career day, y'all want to talk?
What's your career?
With my career? Man, we got to figure out what your career is. I'm here because I got one. Let's figure out what you want to do. What you want to do?
Shouldn't I ask you that question?
Okay, then. So what you want to do?
I don't know yet.
Okay, then you want to bag up. You know, it's a job bagging up cars and bagging up buggies. There's all kind of jobs doing bagging up. So if you want to bag up at a conversation, let's do that too. But check this out. Let's find out what everybody else in here want to do. What do you want to do, man?
Engineer, well.
Welding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's sharp. You gotta be sharp thinking. Still, I like that. I like it. What you want to do?
Electrician.
Electrician? Okay. What about you?
I'm gonna major in nursing and minor in music.
Minor in music? Oh, nursing and music. The two, that's unique. That's a unique combination. What about you there, Miss New York? You don't know? Undecided? Okay. What about you right there? Undecided? What the shades? Huh? You don't know yet? Okay. I tell you what, you're gonna be, whatever it is, it's gonna be cool. Whatever you decide to do, I know it's gonna be cool. What about you?
Warfields. Warfield.
Oilfield, ah, nice. Why the oilfield? Huh?
That was the money at.
That was money. Ah, you chasing that money. I can dig it, I can dig it. And so, what about you? Army? Okay, definitely that protection. All right. And you, so what do you want to do, man? Yeah, what do you want to do as a career when you get out of high school?
I'm going to college, play sports.
Ah, sports, okay. Football, basketball? Football. All right, cool. All right, well, my name is Gerard Gripp Richardson. I'm born and raised right here in Fairfield County. Y'all familiar with Blackjack?
Yes, sir.
Pretty much everybody in here from Winsboro? Yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm from Blackjack. I graduated from here 32 years ago. I sat in the same classroom, same exact classroom. It was just facing this way though. That's why I'm turning this way, because this is the way I'm used to looking at this whole classroom. This was the math class, Mr. Gripp, actually. Let me see here. You with the, you say oil field? I'm gonna show you how that relates to, well, we can film oil rigs, you know, with what I do. So you gotta get the oil rig first before we can kind of jump into your industry and everything, you know what I'm saying? But Mr. Welder, I tell you what, there is no film set that ever been built that didn't need a welding. Some type of welding was needed on a film set, guaranteed. And you're interested, you're familiar with underwater?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's where that big long bread at, you know what I mean? So, and you with nursing, do you know that a nurse is always, it's mandatory that they have to be on set, film sets and things of that nature. So what me and Shakis does is we help businesses, we help entities, we help artists, we help them tell their story, you know, to the world, to the people, whether it's through TV, whether it's through music videos, whether it's through sports. I'll just grab this right here. Y'all familiar with this? Y'all familiar with these letters? Yeah. This is my second Olympics. This is called a bib. This is the thing that they recognize, that you recognize, you know, when you're out there. You wear it on your arm, so it lets you know that you're working on the team, you're part of production. This was my second Olympics. This is me working my second Olympics. This was in South Korea. I literally lost my toes. It was freezing. It was super duper cold. This was my, this was my third Olympics. This is Beijing, pardon me, this is Beijing. This is my second Olympic. This is a bib. This is what they call bib. That's a bib too, but it just goes on the arm. This is what you wear across your whole body here to recognize what your job is, you know. This is South Korea, Haeunching, as they call it. That was in South Korea. My first Olympic was Sochi in Russia. I don't have that bib because they made it mandatory that they took those back from us, but those two didn't survive. I got those from them. But this here is, I bought this because this represented, this is a headpiece from Egypt. When I filmed at the pyramids, the Great Pyramids, this is what I use to keep myself cool, believe it or not. You wrap yourself with this is help keep you cool, blocking from that sun and heat over there. So I'm sharing these things to show you that I sat in these same seats, these same desks right here, and I got into music because I was born into it. There's an instrument that I don't know how to play, but I don't play every instrument, so I just put it all together as a producer. And I did that for a good bit of time, about 10, 20 years, and I got to a point to where it wasn't, you know, I wasn't receiving what I needed to receive out of it, so I needed to change my environment. I decided to change my environment in 2012, and I left South Carolina and I went to LA to join film school. And I'll say I survived 3 months before I was working nonstop, getting paid. First week of film school, I ended up getting a job the third day of school. I got a call for a job and had an opportunity. And this is one thing that I realized in the whole world, y'all. You're in your own way. Because opportunities, you don't know where an opportunity is. But when you don't recognize and know who you are and what you are and the value that you bring, you'll miss it every time. Because I actually had to go to LA to realize that opportunities are everywhere. They were here, but I was in my own way. But I realized it when I got there. That opportunities are given all day, every day. And you get in the way of making that opportunity change your life. So I'm just here to kind of help you guys realize what it is that you want to do. You guys back there that's undecided about what you want to do, because eventually you're going to have to decide what you need to do and what you want to do. Then you have to go to it. It don't matter what it is. It ain't about telling me or telling your friend, it's about you deciding what it is. Because if not, you're going to be in your way and you're going to get in the way of somebody else that's moving. And I promise you, if you sit there at the right time and they're moving at the right speed, they'll go straight through you to get to where they need to be because you decided to get in the way. So recognize that you're the best thing that ever happened right now. Because everyone that could have existed, they never will. You know why? Because each and every last one of y'all made that impossible for them. Because y'all beat the odds. Y'all sitting right here today and don't realize how powerful each and every one of y'all are. So, not to sit here and beat you in the head with all this talk, this and that. I'm just here to let you know, hey, somebody's guaranteed to come run through you if you're going to sit right there and get in the way. Because they got somewhere to be, and they going forward. So let it be you that's going through somebody that's standing still instead of somebody going through you. Because they're on their way, man. And you got to realize either you're going to get out of the way or you're going to be in the way of somebody else on their way. All right? Do that make sense? Am I just talking jibber jabber to y'all?
Yes, sir.
All right? So what I'm saying is it don't matter what you want to do. You got to get out of the way. You got somebody out here like me, you ain't going to get in my way. Guaranteed. Not happening. I'm going straight through you. I'm proof of it. I'm guaranteeing that I can take two of y'all and add y'all ages together and it still don't add up to mine. So I'm proof of what I'm talking about. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Make sense? All right, so what we're going to do is just try to find out the best way that we can help y'all tell y'all stories you know, so that we can help produce a career for yourselves, or y'all figure out how to produce a career for yourself, because that's what today is about. It's career day.
I'm gonna keep it a super buck. How many people here don't know what they wanna do yet? Show of hands. Okay.
I'm not too sure I want to be an electrician. Like,
Okay.
I don't think I should do it forever.
Right.
Let me ask you this question. What did you like doing when you were 8 years old? What did you love to do?
Playing games. And
Like what kind of games?
Fighting games.
Fighting games.
Yeah.
Like give me an example of a fighting game you used to play. You would
Like
say,
mobile fighting games like Shadow Fight.
what is Shadow Fight?
Like it's like a two-dimensional fighting game where like you got the phone, you got the joystick, you got the kick button, the punch button, the power button, projectile button, and like you basically like fought. And I just love to play games.
Love to play games. Anybody else?
Time.
What you like to do when you was 8 years old? What did you love to do? Did you say dance?
Yes.
Like what kind of dance? Like any kind of dance? Like whatever came on the radio type dancing? Or did you do like ballet? Like which one? What about anybody else? What you like to do when you was 7, 8 years old?
Play outside. Play outside.
Play outside doing what though?
Riding bikes, fours.
You like to ride bikes and 4-wheelers?
Outside interest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How about too cool for school back there in the back? 2 of y'all. What you like to do when you was 8 years old, 7 years old?
Jump on a trampoline.
Trampoline. Like gymnastics.
Yeah.
Same thing, man.
No, they ain't.
That's what got my son into gymnastics. He used to jump on the trampoline. My son 13 now. He used to jump on the trampoline. So we ended up putting him in gymnastics. And he loved it because he like do flips and jump off of stuff and all
I
that.
ain't trying to ask you.
But you like jumping on the trampoline? You don't think it's the same thing?
They ain't the same thing.
Okay. How about you, bro?
Like, sports.
Like which sport? Which one? What sport? Or any sport? All sports. You like a Dion?
I do football, wrestling, and track. I plan on going to the Olympics.
Football, wrestling, track. We done been in That's cool.
My man.
I'm only asking y'all that to say something very simple is whatever that thing is that you like doing when you was 8, 7 years old, you can do that as a career. I think a lot of times, particularly this age, you know, you're in high school, you're about to go to college, or you about to figure out what you want to do for work. I think what ends up happening is we start thinking more like, well, what can we do to earn money? Instead of thinking about what can I do that I enjoy. Because there's anything in this country you can do to make money. I'm literally living proof of that. I ain't no smarter than none of y'all in this class. I ain't no more creative than nobody in this class. I guarantee y'all ain't none of y'all got more trouble than I did. I'm just a regular snotty-nosed, nappy-head kid from the hood, for real. What was the difference? It was only 2 things that was different for me, Gripp. One, I had people along the way that introduced me to pathways of doing what I wanted to do. When I was in high school, it wasn't like that. But when I wanted to go to USC, I had an upper bound counselor that said, hey man, they got this film and TV career at USC, you want to try that? So I tried it. And I liked it. It reminded me of what I wanted to do at 8 years old because I wanted to get into doing videos and films and TV and stuff. I love that stuff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Simple. That. And then the only other difference was work ethic. Particularly y'all that want to get into sports. Really everybody, but particularly the ones that want to get into sports. The only way to have a career is, are you going to work hard enough to actually get there? Simple. You can have all the talent in the world. Both he and I know very well. But if you don't have a work ethic to get there, then it's just a wrap. For me, it was kind of like my only way. Like, I come from a blue-collar family. Everybody in my family is truck drivers. My mom worked at a hotel, still part-time works at a hotel. Like, super blue-collar. You know what I mean? We was poor folks. So, like, my destiny was probably just get a job, you know what I mean? But once I started getting introduced to these different worlds, I knew I was a creative kid. I knew I liked to play. I knew I liked to draw. I knew I liked TV. I knew I liked music. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna go in that direction. And it's possible. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible.
You say, My man right here that wants to go into football, what position do you play now?
I play right tackle.
You play right tackle. Are you any good?
Yeah.
Is he any good?
Yeah, he said.
What position you play in the back, bro? Running back. Is he any good?
Yeah.
You pretty good? Cool. Work ethic.
Yeah, man.
Just stand out. You know, I like the idea of everybody choosing a very. I hear a lot of job-based careers.
Yeah, it's
Nurse. Except for my man with the oil.
right. And see, which is what I want to kind of zoom in on because the simple fact, you know, do y'all realize that you know what a business is and you know what an entity is? Do y'all know the difference?
I know. Break it down.
A business is you. You are the business.
What you mean by that?
And literally, it's no exaggeration. You are the business. You start an entity. Most people that start the entity say they started the business. You were the business. You were the business from the beginning. You only started entity. That's what you create. You go pay your little fee and you go down and they give you all the license or whatever. That's an entity. That's not a business. It's literal. I'm saying it literally. Go look it up. You are the business. The entity is not created until the person, the business, the person created.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying.
That's literally what I'm saying. So you are the business. So realize the point is what I'm saying is figure out what it is you want to do and go do it. I did it. I literally did it. Like I'll explain this to y'all. You see, I love laughing. There is a job making people laugh. There's a career making people laugh. You know what it's called? Comedian.
For sure.
I mean, the point being is, no, you saying you do it, but I would dare you to go do it tomorrow because you can do it right now tomorrow. There's an opportunity for you to go do it right now tomorrow. I dare you to go do it. And then prove to the school that, listen, I'll finish it, but I went and created a career to where I don't even have to finish school. And I'll support you. You know why? Because I did it with film school.
Tell you right
I
now.
didn't even complete a whole 3 months. I'm not saying school ain't nothing. What I'm saying is the school ain't going nowhere.
Let me back you up a bit. So in the creative media world, right, if you want to be an artist or a musician or a filmmaker or a content strategist or a YouTube person or a producer or a construction set coordinator or any jobs you can think of that's in the creative world, we don't care about your GPA. What do we care about? Whether or not you have the experience. Mm-hmm. And in our worlds, all experience is experience. Say, for instance, you at high school, and you work for the high school yearbook for 4 years, and say 2 years. And in those 2 years you a photographer for the high school yearbook for 2 years. You have 2 years of high school photography experience. Say you work in Photoshop for 2 years. Or as a part of high school
Give
yearbook.
the title that
you
you
now have.
It's called an associate degree.
You now have
It's 2 years.
2 years of experience in Photoshop. You automatically gonna get a job in the creative industry before somebody with a 4.0 GPA that don't know no Photoshop. That's one of the benefits to our world, is you don't have to be the best student. You just gotta have the experience, and all experience is experience. Shooting music videos on the weekend with your friend, that's camera experience. That's producing experience.
Right.
That's creative consulting experience. That's experience.
Logistics, all of that.
That's logistics,
Yeah.
right?
Planning.
All of those skills, when you look at my skill set, you're gonna see things like problem solving. You're gonna see things like understanding story structure. You're gonna see things like critical thinking.
Parts of speech.
Active
grammar.
listening. What you're not gonna see is summa cum laude or 4.0 GPA. You're not gonna see, ain't no calculus up there. Now, there are careers where that's something that you have to do. But for the creative careers, it's these kind of skills.
Mm-hmm.
Active listening. Complex problem solving. How many people know how to do that? Figuring out how to move 72 people from one set location to another location, make sure they all got water, food, make sure they got locations, make sure they know where the hotel is, what time we're gonna start filming, what time we're gonna end, where everybody's gonna sleep, where everybody's gonna park, where everybody's gonna go to the bathroom. That's complex problem solving. That's producing. That's producing.
Yeah, it's producing.
See?
So when you wake up, you're a producer. You have to realize that. That's why I have a production company. I realized I was gonna be a producer. I realized I was gonna be an entrepreneur in the 6th grade at Mount Zion. When Miss Shelley, the teacher at the time, she explained what the word entrepreneur was, but it was up on the board, but it did not look like what it sounded. So I questioned, I'm like, well, how does the East make this word, this U word? So when I found out what entrepreneur was, I knew I was gonna be that ever since.
Question.